guys, today I'm going to help you out and get a super cute tapestry started. I saw this corgi and I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. So let's make him. And for starters, we're going to chain 19 and we're going to be using a Tunisian Simple Stitch. Since we're doing a Tunisian Simple Stitch with this tapestry, we're going to work onto the back side of our chains. So we turn our work, and well, if you turn it ever so slightly, you can see like those little bumps in between our chains, and we want to work onto those. We're going to skip the very first bump because it corresponds to this very first stitch, and this stitch always counts as one. We're going to insert our hook onto that bump, yarn over, pull, and we keep our stitches in our hook. I think one of the best advantages that Tunisian Simple Stitch can give you, especially for tapestries or for tapestries, is that you always work onto the front side of your project. So even for crochet, you turn your work. Tunisian Simple Stitch is a little bit slower because for one row you always have a forwards and then a backwards. However, I think that the result is far superior than the crochet, the very common crochet tapestries. I think they're beautiful, don't get me wrong, but just the Tunisian Simple Stitch gives you a better edge if you're doing a shape. If you're doing something more intricate, I think it's a better choice to create your tapestry with your Tunisian Simple Stitch rather than with a regular crochet. And like I said before, we have a forwards and also we have a backwards. So we chain one onto the very first stitch. We grab our yarn and we pull through two of our stitches. And again, two of our stitches all the way down our row. For our next row and for the rest of our project, we're only going to work onto the front posts of our previous rows. So we insert our hook, we yarn over, and we pull the stitch that we have. Again, only the front post of our previous row, only these. Insert, yarn over, and we pull through. However, now we have a color change. I'm going to use black in my case. And just like before, we would just insert our hook, yarn over, pull, and we keep doing that two more times for a total of 3. And right now I'm just trying to secure my tail so it doesn't unravel on me. And then we have 7 gray stitches. And again, we have another 3 black stitches. The rest of our row should be background color. And then always chaining one onto the very last stitch yarning over, pulling through two until we get to this scenario. So whenever we have two different color stitches in our hook, and that goes for when you're doing a project with multiple colors, whenever you get to this scenario specifically, you will always use that second color stitch. So we grab our black, pull through two, and pull through two, and again here, since we have a different color stitch, we pull that color stitch and we again go through two of our stitches. For the very next row and the last row that I'm going to do with you guys, I do apologize, it is not like a full tutorial, but tutorials do take a long time, and once you have the basics down, you can always do any type of project as long as you have your grid. We get to introduce our next color. And here we have it. I know it doesn't look like much, but if you trust the process and you continue to do what you've been taught, because now that you know the basics, you can always use any grid that you like. Always down below in the description, I leave the Pinterest that I'm following, or of course, if you would like, you can always pause this video and take a screenshot of the pattern that I'm following.